Welcome back. Welcome
Welcome
back
back to
to
Basic
another
Banter for
episode.
Witches.
Oh,
Sorry, I know I always interrupt you in our intro. Always.
I don't care.
You're
It
like, you're
doesn't.
like, and welcome back. And I'm like,
You're like,
I'm
let me
like,
just take over.
seriously, I'm
That's
like
okay.
that girl who's just like in the background going like, hi, I'm here to ruin your
It's
take.
me.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's
no,
me,
that's okay.
my
That's
squeaky
okay.
chair, and my children
Oh my God,
always
that's
interrupting.
okay.
Yeah.
We'll see if they pop in for this episode.
Yeah,
Jessica
it's
and I were talking right before we started recording about how her sweater matches her chair, so it looks like she has like a double shoulder.
hold
So
on, let
those
me get back
people,
into the position like
yeah,
this.
your Halloween
Funny.
costume, just
It looks like
Hunchback of
I've
Notre
got
Dame.
like a severe hunchback. I think it's so funny. It like
It
caught me
blends
off
in
guard
so funny. Oh my
so
God.
well. I don't know. Anyways, so
It's
that's for
hilarious.
those. I'm gonna take a photo of this. You should screenshot it
Okay.
or not. I could
I
do it
don't know how
later
to do
too.
that. How do I do that?
I don't.
I
It's
don't know.
fine. Let's not worry about it.
I'm gonna take
Okay.
it on my phone.
Oh, okay. Me
Yeah,
and my
get back in
hunchback.
position. Yeah.
Is this good? Is this good?
Yeah, that looks good. There you go. We're good.
There
Anyways.
you go. Anyways, back onto business. You know,
Yeah, you know how we are, sillykins. So
business,
we have
business.
what's on the business agenda today. So
I know.
we're trying to figure out like what was something that we haven't covered yet that we've talked about for a long while,
Yeah.
and that is creating an altar.
No.
So a couple things that I had looked into because I've had an altar of all different types for a long time because I just kind of
Mm-hmm.
create as I go, but I never really
Yeah.
knew why I was doing it or why I was doing it in certain places and what I was including.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, an altar, a spiritual altar, can be whatever size. Doesn't have to be a room. It doesn't have to be like a whole shelf. It doesn't have to be much of anything. It can be as small or as big as you want.
Yeah.
And then, as long as you can place your favorite meaningful, spiritual, and mystical items for display, it's something that you
Good.
feel drawn to, that you feel that you can connect with the most. It can be somewhere that if you find a space you can like sit in front of it or just like it's easy to get to as often as you need it.
Yeah. Exactly.
So when it comes to deciding where, you should use your intuition. So whatever feels the best for you. So that could be a shelf on a bookshelf. It could be a table. It could be a windowsill. It could be a place in the garden, or it can be any nook in your house.
Yeah. I think it's
So
really good because like I
yeah,
mean, once we get to like doing ours,
yeah.
like showing what mine looks like because mine's like literally like an altar on the go. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Totally.
Whereas I'm like,
For
today it will be
girls on the
here
go. Yeah,
for girls on the go. I like,
exactly.
and then I only brought all of my favorite things, but I'm trying
Yeah.
to like think of like one of the names of the statues that I brought. Anyways, go on. So
Mm.
excited to be here. I'm just gonna,
Yes.
if you see me like Googling, that's what I'm doing. I'm just gonna get the name of my statue.
Sweet.
But yes.
Awesome. So yeah, there's different things I had found when I was looking at my altar and then researching what someone would normally put. There's lots of different things, and thankfully there were what I have is a lot of it. So that means I was right on track. So you can put photos of your ancestors. You can put crystals, candles, written prayers, spares, spells or rituals, flowers, statues like
Yes.
Jessica has, pictures or objects that remind you of what you're manifesting, similar to like a vision board. So an altar can be a very like 3D spirit vision board.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
could include like your favorite books, a journal, a meditation cushion for you to kind of sit around your altar, tarot and oracle cards, and incense or Palo Santo or sage. So I will be posting a picture of what mine looks like because I have a bookcase that I just that's what it's dedicated to. I have
Yeah.
all of my cards on there. I've got my crystals. I've got all of my books like underneath. Like I've got everything in
Hmm.
that one section, and that's what makes me feel the best. Like I dress it up
Yeah.
with different greenery, and I just love it. It makes me feel good every time I
I
see it.
truly,
So
I love your setup. I really
thank
do.
you,
I feel
thank
it's so
you.
nice and like special to have like your own little like sacred space. And
Yeah,
like you
thank
can
you.
change it up being like you're like me. You
Oh
like
yeah, I
new,
do.
you like to refresh it from time to time. But
Yeah.
I think the fact that you've got such like and it's not like a large space that you've got dedicated to it,
No.
right? I mean, it's like a standard bookcase or whatever,
Yeah,
right? And
exactly. And it
yeah,
can
it's
be as
lovely.
much or as little as you want. Like it didn't even have
Hmm.
to grow as far as it did, but because I inherited all of Jessica's decks.
Oh, my
I was
things.
like,
I'm
I need to
sorry.
put these somewhere, and your crystals. I was like, well, they all need to have
Mhm.
a home.
Exactly.
So yeah, I
We
will post a picture later because I really
One thing, this is totally jumping around,
love
but
it.
one thing I thought about doing with my crystals that I left behind, or whatever, if you want to do it, I know it's too late now in Saskatchewan because it's like fucking snowing.
Ugh.
Excuse me. But you could
Yep,
bury
it
them.
is.
You
Oh,
can
you
bury
can bury
those
them.
bitches.
Hmm.
Bury them.
Thing is, though, my dog, my little
Yeah.
one, my Hane, likes
Hannah.
to dig,
She's
and
a
she
digger.
will find them, and she'll probably eat them. And
She'll probably eat them.
I don't want my dog to be full of crystals as much as I feel
Full
like
of
that would
crystals.
be
The little
amazing for her
wait,
to like
hold
really
on.
connect to the higher.
Where's my crystals? This is a little
Yeah, I
she's
don't
running
want that as
around.
she's walking around.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
Cluck,
no,
cluck,
thank
cluck.
you. Yeah, I already have
Funny.
enough trouble with her digging up the
Oh
yard.
my
I don't want
God.
her to find
Oh
your
my.
crystals. It's a whole
Hmm.
journey. She can fit half of
Hmm.
her body underneath the deck. So I'm like, uh-huh.
Ah,
So I
nice.
really
I love
wanted to
that.
snow more. So she just digs in the snow.
Yeah. It'll be good.
So
It'll be
it'll
fine. It'll be fine.
everything's
Lovely.
fine.
So do you want like, I guess like, how do
So
you
I
want to
would
do this? Do you want to
so
like help me
Jessica
build
does
mine?
yes, because Jessica doesn't have an altar yet.
Yes,
She
I
is
don't.
has been slowly trying to decide where her altar would be in her home and what it will look like. And with
Hmm.
using the stuff that she brought over, but
Hmm.
also the stuff that you have now, I think,
Hmm. I've acquired some things
yeah.
too. Yeah.
So where
Yeah.
in your home do you feel the most drawn to that you would like to create an altar?
Well, okay. So we have like a sunroom, like they call it the conservatory. But like that's where all the kids' toys are. So I'm like, oh, I'd love to like take up a ledge there or something, Jenny,
Yeah.
because there's like windows on every wall. It's like, really bright and open.
Ooh.
You get lots of like, the sunlight and the moonlight, and they've
Yeah.
got a skylight in there. So, and I like to spend a lot of time in there.
Mhm.
Because I can really like just like open the windows and have like a full breeze come through. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So that
That's
is my
beautiful.
like plan, but I have to like
Mm.
get a shelf or something.
Hmm.
Just because children, because
Yeah.
I'd love to use a ledge, but children,
Well, what we've
child.
experienced last year was Colin whipping your crystals across the room
Yeah.
and breaking some of them in half.
It's my own fault for
We're
having so
like,
many. And like they were in like a Boston pizza Tupperware
yeah,
because I
yeah.
had just recently charged them and I put them in that because it's got like a clear top and it was winter
Yeah.
and I didn't want them like exposed to elements anyways.
And he
So
was very excited for rocks on a good day.
exactly.
Like
Rocks
this
on a good
child,
day. And these
yeah.
ones, oh, they were nice rocks.
Like
Exactly. Yeah.
he took a giant rock from the dog park one day and it was coming home with him.
It's coming home. And
And
it
it did. It's
I
still there.
wonder, it's probably still there. Yeah, exactly. It's just covered
Most
in snow
likely.
right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Who would
So when
move
he
a
saw
rock like that?
so when
Like, I don't know.
when he saw all of these new fancy colored rocks that are all
Hmm.
different colors and they're sparkly, then he
Exactly.
just was overjoyed. He's like, wow, mom, you
Hmm.
really get me.
I know. Oh, that's
What
good.
color is
Yeah.
your nails? Side note.
They're like kind of broken and chippity, but they're
I
like
have
they're
the
like
side.
red. We match. How sweet. I just did mine and they're already like look at this is like the nice hand. Oh,
Nice.
except for the thumb.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Fingers. Those ones are fine. The rest are shit.
Ooh,
Shit.
mine are a bit darker just because my light is different in
Fancy.
here than
Do,
yours,
do, do, do.
but
I
I
got
had
this
my,
new I got this kit from Amazon because my
of
life is
course, because
Amazon.
Amazon
And
now. Yeah.
it's like the powder stuff.
Oh,
So
weird.
you put on you buff it or whatever. Cause I like so my nail lady, I love her to bits, but she's not far away, but she's like a half an hour drive from me.
Mm,
And I can't drive yet. So I
no.
have to like arrange for childcare and then a ride there and then like a ride later. And it takes her 2 hours. And I'm like, that's just so much time. So, anyways, I bought this thing
Mm,
from Amazon. And yes, I just have to buff them, put on a base, dip it in the powder, brush off the powder,
crazy.
dip, do until I get the desired thing.
Wow,
And
that's
then I put a
cool.
top coat on. Or sorry, then I put a activator and then I put on and then I buff it again and then I put on the top coat. And it's like shellacked.
Huh,
Like for me, I beat the hell out of my nails. So
yeah.
I mean, as you could
Well,
tell, because I just did it 2 days ago and it's already chipping, but I don't give a
mm,
shit because it's my own.
well, that's the thing. It's fine.
Exactly. Like, and I paid like 20 euro for it. So like
Nice.
maybe
It's
even
worth
less than
it.
that.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Ah, I
Yes.
like it.
I
So
talk in
what kind of
euros now. I'm
I know you
pretentious.
do.
I know.
Pretentious. Euros are more expensive than Canadian dollars,
They are. It
as we have
hurts my
all
brain.
discovered. Yeah. Especially when you're
It's
ordering
not
stuff, you're
great.
over there like,
Exactly. I'm like, no, please. Dear God.
oh my God.
So
So
yeah,
what
where do you
kinds
want
of
to
things
start? Oh yeah.
what I want to know is what do you have in front of you right now that you would like to
Mhm.
place in an altar? So, well, I
Okay.
also would like to think of ideas of what you can do.
fuck, I dropped a stone. Okay, go on.
in
Mhm.
your in the conservatory of what you can do that could still be in there full time, but can still be out of the
Yeah.
baby's
Yeah.
reach.
Like once I have like
Mm,
shelves installed, like because right now we've got like a little bookshelf in there, but it's got Lego on it because
mm. Priorities, yeah, I get that.
priorities. Yeah. There's one up there.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think my plan is, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, is like because I have like literally four corners, I do want to have
Yeah,
like some sort of,
just take
you
over the
know,
whole room for
exact the whole
the
room, the upper half. I mean,
yeah.
like I'm gonna have like
Oh.
the top corners. Those will all be my stuff. You know what I mean? So
Is
if I've
there
got
any like
little
little
things,
nooks in there? Like
what do you
because
mean?
it's all like framed. Is there any type of like little ledges in different places that you can put a couple crystals here or whatever? No.
No,
Oh,
not really, because it's
bummer.
like, yeah. So, like outside of like the window ledges, I don't know if you're familiar with that room, but
Yeah,
again, that's just
but
too
they're
low
like
because
so
the kids are monsters.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's like my like I want to like do a bunch more in that sense.
Mhm.
But what
You
I
almost need one of
want,
those cat lane things, you know, those things that you like
a little
suction to
hammock.
the
Oh,
windows,
section.
and then you can put everything
Exactly.
on there.
Exactly. Just like actually, yeah. Yeah, I
It
think
would work. It
it
would
would
work.
work and it wouldn't that's not a bad idea. I know because I thought about doing it in our room. And
Mhm.
actually I started to build a little bit an altar on our like window ledge again, like in like all of our
Oh.
windows here we have like it's like recessed in or it's in the dry it's in the wall. Do you know what I mean? So we've got
Oh,
a
okay.
ledge between the edge of the
Ah.
wall and the beginning of the window.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
like, oh, this is perfect. So I had it all lined up there, but then the sun was so powerful that I noticed that it was starting to sun damage some of my books. So I was like, oh well, I don't want that.
Oh,
So
dang
I
it.
so that's why I pulled it from there. I was like, hey, I know
Yeah.
obviously like I want sunlight to come and get some of it, but not at like full blast. So
That's
that's why I think the
wild.
conservatory,
Wrecking these
it's like, okay,
books.
we got, a bunch of it. So yeah. So
You could
that's my
also
plan. I know.
bury, like you said, in the garden outside.
Yeah, that's a work in progress because I want to do some stuff at the back anyways.
Ah,
And then I have like my little like garden of places to go and my little yeah.
ah.
So eventually I think my full-time like year-round altar will be out up back behind. We've got like an acre of land to work with, so I can kind
Hmm.
of build my own little spot. So that'll be nice. So
It'd be like a hocus pocus hut where you're like,
hocus
haha,
pocus hut.
you
Literally,
should.
I thought about getting like a little greenhouse thing, like just like a one person tent.
Oh, yeah,
Just
that's a
like
good
to
idea.
me and grow my shit.
Yep.
Like, where's
Like
Jess? She's
a
in her
shed.
hut.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
shed.
She's in her woman shed or her
My
she shed.
my
What's it
she
called? Yeah,
I
she
don't know.
shed
As she should.
or a witchy shed.
A wish should. A wish
She's
should. A wish should.
she's in her sacred place.
Sacred place.
Mhm.
Jessica's
It's
actually when our cousin was over and
uh-huh.
I'm quite a fan of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and that. And we
And
said
so is she.
that this yes, she is. And we were driving through like where I live and like Brittany's kind of familiar with Glenflask. Anyways, it's like she's like, this is like your Shire. Jessica's Shire. I'm like, yes. I just burped.
Jessica
I
Shire.
don't know if I don't know if you heard that, but while I
Oh
was
my
saying
god,
yes,
I
it was
did.
like,
You were so excited. You're like,
yeah.
yes.
It's like a
It was
ribbit
a
in there.
confirmation that that is supposed to be exactly what it's supposed to be.
Jessica Shire, yes.
Jessica Shire.
So there you
Holy
go.
frick. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jessica.
Okay. So I don't know what the original question was. The stuff I
What do
want to
you
put in my altar.
have? Yeah. What are
Oh,
some things that you have?
I wish I had it like down here, but I'll like show it to the camera.
Hmm.
So I do have my crystals. So I downsize like mega. So
Hmm.
this is like all of my crystals. There's like a
Hmm.
little bit of like the ones that called to me before we moved.
Which will make
Um,
sense when you're creating your altar
totally.
on the go. Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't
I
feel
could
like you
just
have to.
throw them in my bag and we'll go.
Throw them.
Throw them. And then I got my new pendulum.
Oh, that's nice.
She's rose quartz, so she's very pretty.
That's like mine.
Um, yes, I know I
Same.
saw it. They don't have much for selection here, but I was like, this is nice.
That's okay though too.
I have a variety of candles. Now these ones are like not spelled or not used yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, so this one,
Yeah.
who is this one for? This is for Archangel Raphael, I believe. This is like
Oh,
his specifically one, like this one I bought in a kit kind of thing.
okay.
But I do have a whole bunch of spell candles to be worked with or to work with.
Nice.
So I would like them kind of in the area. So I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming that my my little like altar has like a drawer.
Oh,
You
you
know what
know
I mean?
what,
Like a
Jessica?
little
There's
like
an
work shelf.
IKEA. There is an IKEA there.
Yeah,
You
there's
could
an
always
IKEA, and
get something super cute from there. That's
we're
where I got
planning
my
to
shelf from.
go. Very good. Well, I don't have room for that though.
Yeah, we don't need
Anyways,
that.
well, let's put that in here for now.
It's a
Anyways,
good thing Christmas is coming, and I will look
Christmas
on
is
Amazon.
we're gonna go where it's in Dublin, so we do plan on going to Dublin.
Ooh.
Um, okay, I got my sage.
Oh, nice.
I got my stick and my loose. I've got all of my like potions and that.
Mhm.
Nocturnus, all my stuff from Nocturnus. I've got stuff from
Nocturnus
crap,
is from Saskatoon.
Saskatoon. I'm sorry, but my other witchy shops in Saskatoon as well.
Is there any witchy shops that are close to you that also have like pre-mixed goodies like that?
No,
No,
I
sad.
have looked. There's a place on the coast again, and just like because I can't drive. Long story short, anybody's interested in my story, you're welcome to
We are
contact me
always
because it's
interested in your story.
feck. I like it's
It's
just
been a journey. Her child is still
it's
not sleeping through the night, and she still does not have her visa.
I don't have my visa and I have to reapply for my visa.
Oh my god.
But my child is sleeping through the night. Well, she's
Holy
sleeping through the
shit.
night. I've got to sleep in my own bed without leaving my bed for 2 nights in a row. But of course, this morning, okay, but our toddler is also sleeping in our bed. So now there's that. And this morning, I don't know if I told you this, but no,
No.
he was sleeping. Ryan was already up and I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Like that's great. And Colin, he
Stay
was
cuddly.
kind of up. Exactly. Well, then I was like, well, I'm gonna get up, go to the bathroom, whatever. And I guess Ryan went in there and Colin goes, Daddy, blah, all over the bed.
Oh no.
So it's like if it's not one thing, it's another thing. And we've been
Yeah.
like everybody's been sick in this house. It's been awful. So
It's getting used to all of the daycare, school.
exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. So, anyways, long story shorter, not short, but
The
shorter.
baby is still sleeping.
Baby,
Her
check.
manifestation has finally come through.
She turned a
Only
year on
months
Monday.
lately.
A year on Monday. A year.
And
So
now she's blessed you 2 days.
2 days after that,
She's
exactly.
like, you
Don't
know
jinx
what,
it.
Mom? You put through the work.
You put into the work. I know. And now I'm like, well, if I have to sleep in that room tonight, that sucks. But we'll see, I guess.
But would you rather sleep in a barf smelly room?
Like we washed, and again, things don't dry here, as you've heard. Ireland,
Yes.
it's on their license plate. Ireland, things don't dry here.
Yeah,
So we
exactly.
had to take our 2 quilts because like it's cold at night, right? Like, or it's chilly here anyways, right? So we have got 2 quilts, which we aren't using like in unison, but like because it's a king size bed and there's 3 people in it, it kind of goes like, you know what I mean? So I use this and yeah, anyways. So I had to go take those, or actually, because again, I can't drive. Ryan's throwing up too. This is the other part of it. He was up early throwing up, and then Colin's throwing up. I can't drive because I'm not insured to drive. Anyways,
unless you want to rent a car like a visitor. Which,
exactly.
What the heck?
So then lovely Gary, or my father-in-law, he like took them to the laundromat for us, which is all great. So I'm here like doing laundry as much as I can, as best as I can, drying as much as I can with like what we have. And
and it not raining outside where you're like, please dry fast.
Oh, well, we have stuff in the dryer and like and I had a set of sheets on there, fleece sheets, or like, new sheets or whatever. Anyway, it's not fleece. I don't know. They're just thicker. Like a duvet cover and 2 pillowcases.
How many hours, Jess?
3. I can't even lie about it. I can't lie.
No.
3 hours. 3 hours.
45 minutes in Saskatoon.
I know. It's bullshit. 3 hours. And it's in the shed. So I have to put on like, oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Forgive me, my gods, I have sinned. I had to wear Crocs to go through today.
You're kidding me.
I have never worn Crocs, guys.
Jessica has such she is so upset at the point of Crocs that I have literally bugged her for so many years that I'm going to get her a pair one day. And now you just wear them on your own.
I had to. It was either that. Okay.
Hell must have frozen over.
I don't know. Because I was going to wear my slippers outside. I usually wear my work shoes, my slippers outside. But I had to go because the chickens, we have chickens, and I needed to go correct their door. And so I was like, I'm going to get muddy. So I put on the Crocs and I go in the mud and I collect the eggs and the dryer.
What a process.
It was awful. Yeah. So the first one, it was in the shed, and I had it on for 130 minutes for the first round. It was like perfect. Okay, great. So that's 2 hours and 10 minutes. And then I'm like, okay, well, that will do it. Right. So I go out there. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, and the filter's full. Right. So I have to like clean out the filter, put them in there again for another hour. I'm like, this is bullshit. But
it's wild because Europe is in general, is so much farther in so many
But it's like,
ways.
wind power too, right? It's also like,
Yeah.
if I could hang them on the line, I would have, but we don't have like, I think we need
Consistent
to work on
weather.
like a cover so that we can still hang shit outside.
Mm.
But also the wind,
We can
the
still
rain
get
is
that
coming
like
down
rain
like
from
this. The rain's coming down like this. So it's like, I don't know if that even helps. So
No,
anyways,
and that's not help. Craziness.
so
Well,
that's just the beginnings of, so yeah, I had to wear
totally.
Crocs today. You know what?
What a day.
It's
What a day.
literally like, what the hell?
Yeah. Now
I've
I know what I'm
never,
getting you for Christmas.
ever, no, please don't. But I've never worn Crocs. And I always say, like, this guy that I went to elementary school with, okay, we were in grade 7. So we're like, what, 12,
David. Yeah.
maybe 12, 13, whatever. And I won't say his name, but he'll never listen to this podcast, but people
Let's
that
hope.
may know
We know
him
you're
would.
listening.
No, I doubt it.
Oh, yeah.
I would be so fucking shocked. Actually, his sister might. I could see
Okay,
his
well,
sister.
hey, gentlemen who went to school with Jessica and at 12 years old, if you or your sister were watching this right now, please contact us so
If
we can
this
issue a formal apology
No,
for you
no,
wearing
God,
Crocs.
no, God, no. I like hated it so much because he wore bright blue Crocs with like the brightest white socks. Wait, Crocs? Yeah, blue Crocs, white socks. Yeah.
My God.
And like, this is like, they were brand new. Like, they were
Oh my
like,
gosh. And they're asking for trouble going to an elementary school
that was
with
the trend
white
set.
socks.
That was like, they just came out.
Wow.
And I don't know how old you are back then, but
Oh.
I don't know,
And at one point,
2003, 2004. Like, I don't know. I forget that
what
it's
grade?
like, if I was in
Yeah.
grade 7, let's go 2003, 12, 13. Yeah, I would have been about 2003.
No.
What do you mean? Yeah.
No. It would have
If
been
I was in grade
2002,
6.
2001.
Oh God.
Because
You think?
yeah, because I graduated in 2006. And
From
you
high
were
school.
in high school
And you were a
2000.
baby. You're young for your grade, remember?
Well,
So you were 17 when you
barely.
graduated.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Anyways,
it
no one
had
needs
to
to
be
know that.
springtime.
No one
It's
needs to know
either
this.
fall or spring or summer. Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's funny. His
Well,
name
that's
is
cool.
Jake. I'll
Oh
leave
my
it
God.
there. People who know will know. But anyways, cheers, Jake.
Oh
Hope
my
you're doing
God.
well.
Yeah, I hope those Crocs are all
I hope,
like really
I hope
holding up.
just so you know, those Crocs scarred me fucking for life. And I
Yeah,
swear to
she
God,
still
I'd
thinks about them.
never wear a pair. Why? Why at 31 do I still think of these fucking Crocs? Because I have problems. I know.
It's so funny how, like, out of all the things that could bother somebody, especially in elementary
Yeah.
school, it's Crocs. She's like, don't.
That's okay. It's okay. I know. I can hold a grudge, guys, apparently against
Yes,
shoes that have done
you
me no
can.
wrong.
The
Have
thing
done me
is,
no
though,
wrong at all.
she hated Crocs, but we had a bunch of pairs of dogs, which were
Dogs.
the off-brand Crocs.
Off-brand, exactly. But I never had those shoes. It was always the boots, right?
Yeah, with these boots, yeah.
That was it.
Because you hated the smell so much of the store.
Ugh, it was awful. It was like plastic. It was so bad. I hate that
So
smell.
if
You know
you
when you
guys
get like
really
a
want us
package?
to set, no, you just, yeah, I'm throwing this out there to all of our listeners. If you have a pair of Crocs right now, or you did, and if you have any photos, please frickin' just fill our DMs just to be
Of Crocs. Of Crocs.
to be so
Yes.
funny. We
Go
want
ahead.
to see.
I dare
We
you.
wanna
I
see.
freaking
We
dare
wanna
you.
see.
You
We
hear me?
wanna see.
I'm gonna post this clip on
Yeah.
Instagram and say,
Okay.
send me your Crocs pic.
Yeah.
And I'll even share it to my personal. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, send me your Crocs pic.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, seriously, like again, like I'm a grown ass woman, and that's the stuff that was like my party thing. You know, when I was at parties, you're like, never have I ever worn a pair of Crocs. And I drink and be like, and that was.
And now
I'm
you
so
fucked
cool.
up. Now you can't do it
I'm
anymore.
fucked up. Now I've got
Good job.
nothing. I don't know. Anyways, back to my altar because again,
what else do you got? You got your crystals. You got candles.
I got my little spells, like my I got my spell jars or whatever.
Oh,
I've got my I've got my rubbing oils. These are like the best ever. This one's, I've been talking this one up a lot. This one's Freya. Okay, just a short moment. I want to get these guys on the podcast. This is the Nocturnus siblings. I love them so much.
Oh my God, they're so amazing.
I have Freya. This is like one of their like rollerball potions or whichever. And I love it. Anyway, so I've got a few friends that are like pregnant, and I'm like, this helped me labor. Yes, I had an epidural, but this helped me when it didn't work.
It did though. Your labors between both babies were just totally different.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was drastically. And I do think because my mind has shifted so much anyways.
Well,
And
yeah,
this,
you were in a
but
different mind.
this brought me back to like, because those who have
Oh,
had
your
babies know that
grounding moment.
sometimes exactly some like when you're in the thick of it and like you're
Mhm.
out of control, like literally it was
Oh
like
God,
with
yeah.
it was like you're in so much pain and this is happening and that's happening and you're like your brain's in like every corner of the room. This
Mhm.
helped me like bring my center back anyways by
Mm.
sniffing oils anyways. Doesn't have to be this but could be like cinnamon or any essential oils that you love or something that will help, train your mind back to a happy thought. Anyways,
Mhm.
happy thoughts.
I like it.
Okay, so
I like
that
it.
um I've got like my powders and stuff again, like more spells. My liquid Palo Santo.
Mm.
I've got a whole
Ah,
bunch of those kind of things. And
pushing.
then yeah, I've got my candles. I've got like this is my sage spray that I adore.
Amazing.
I've got my tarot books, my oracle books. I've got like when I've done my courses, I've got like my guides, like my books of stuff and my
Mm-hmm.
notes and whatever.
Gorgeous.
Oh fuck. I've got my incense. I've got because I adore it so much. I'm just gonna lift it up. It's going right now, but it's like a little like gold leaf thing,
Ooh, that's
and it
super
comes
cute.
apart. So there's like that one's going, and it like looks like that. Anyway, so it's
Oh,
tweezers.
that's
So
cool.
I've got that. And then my what is it? My Lady of Willendorf, I think is her name. Hold on, this is what I was googling. Venus of Willendorf. So
Ooh,
she's like a goddess of fertility, and it was like the
nice.
first like goddess little thing that they found carved or whatever. A
That's
little
where'd you
tush.
get that again?
Nice ass. Um, Out of the ordinary in Saskatoon.
Oh, wicked. That's one
Yeah,
thing I don't have in mind yet is any statues.
yeah,
I don't think I've come across any yet in my
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm going. I have some gift cards from my birthday, so I'm
Oh,
gonna go and
oh.
do some
Yeah,
shopping.
so we didn't even talk about your birthday. I'm so sorry. Your birthday was just last week.
So that's fine.
Happy days. Well, no, happy
Thanks.
birthday to you.
That's okay. We don't have to do
Happy
this song. Okay.
birthday to you. Okay, I won't.
Yeah.
Happy
No, it was a great
birthday,
day.
Brittany.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I know,
Anyways,
sorry.
no, it's fine.
Anyways,
No, it was a great day.
fertility deity. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So you are ripe
34.
34.
Hmm.
Ripe 34.
Right.
Ripe
Super right.
34.
Yeah, no, it was a great
Super,
day.
super ripe.
It was on a Sunday, so I didn't
Yeah.
have to do much. And I told myself it's just because our weather here has been very cold now. So
Hmm.
what I had said to myself was like, we're just going to play it by ear and we're just going to have a day of like whatever feels good. So
Hmm.
I was able to sleep in and the dogs were extra
Mm.
cuddly. So we had lots of love. And then once I got up for the day, oh gosh, what did I even do? I think I worked on a 3D puzzle that I've been fighting
Oh
with
yeah.
that
Yes,
I
that's right.
ended up giving up on, and my guy ended up having to finish it for me. I
Perfect.
like put it
That's
all
great.
together, and then like I couldn't actually build the pieces. I was like, "Okay, this
Oh,
is not. I'm ready to farm this out for help."
there
And
was a structural error.
yeah, and apparently I put a bunch of things backwards, so thank God he was able to fix it. Now it's done.
That's fine.
And then, yeah, I was able to see my one friend the night before, which was amazing. And then my one friend came over during the day, and then our family, minus Jessica, of course, came over for supper that evening, and it was just really nice. It was just super chill
That's
and
nice.
felt spoiled rotten in all different ways. So it was perfect.
That's good. That
Mhm.
is just exactly what you need. You, yeah,
Should be
that's
whatever you want to make
fantastic.
of it. As much as like I'd love to,
Exactly.
go out and do certain things, the weather was like a perfect excuse to be like, I am just staying inside all
Hmm.
day. So
Hermit mode activated.
yes.
Love it.
Love it. So
Lovely.
yeah,
Okay, back to
other
me.
things that you can put in your altar, Jess, is if
Yeah.
you have any
Yeah.
written intentions, like if you wanted to manifest
Hmm.
certain things, like I said, 3D vision
Yeah.
board.
You
If
know
you
what?
wanted to,
Pause.
okay,
Let's pause this.
you're pausing.
I'm gonna get my notebook and
There you
take some
go.
notes. That's
And
what
you
I'm
could
gonna
also
do.
put your journal in your
Little
altar.
artwork from my
Ah,
kids.
the baby.
Yeah. A baby. And
Well,
ouch.
your little
Okay.
baby turned 1, so hopefully that was very magical for her
Yes.
too.
Yes, I think so. We had chaos over the kids, because we're not talking about altars apparently at this moment. Yeah, we had all the nieces. Oh, the nieces. She's the only one.
He is the
I only
only
like
baby
my
girl
girl's the only girl in the
that
in
we
the
know of for right now.
gang. Whatever. Exactly, right. And then a bunch of boys, just a bunch of boys. So it was great. And I made cupcakes
Ah.
and then I was like, hey boys, let's decorate these cupcakes. So I like I'm so smart. I love this. So they have all the different colors of like food coloring gel. at Tesco. And I'm like, well, I only need 3 colors. I don't need purple. I could make purple. So I'm like,
Right.
I got the primary colors. I got green, yellow. I lied,
Nope.
not green.
Those are
I got
all wrong.
blue,
Yeah.
yellow, and red.
Yeah.
Blue, yellow, red.
Like
Yeah. And
that.
so I was like quizzing the boys because my oldest nephew is going to be 8. And then
Wow.
the other one is going to be 5. So I was like, okay, like we have 3 colors here, but we're gonna make 5 more. Like, what do you think we're gonna make? And I said, we're gonna make orange. Which colors do we need orange? You know, and then I was quizzing them and all these other things. And it was really
Mhm.
fun. Anyway, so
I
that was
like
chaos
that.
making it. So I put all the colors in and then I got them to stir it up and I got all these sprinkles. I'm like, hey, let's like decorate these freaking cupcakes. And they had a blast. And it
Yes.
was complete chaos. It was
Yeah.
great.
But it's good
There's,
though. That's what
yeah,
birthdays are for. You have to have
it was
everyone
fun.
full of sugar and just having a good
Full of
time.
sugar. Oh my goodness.
Making
Like the
memories.
sugar rush. It was great. Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
We haven't, yeah, this has been really good bonding for all of them. So, and they
Well, this
absolutely
is the
love
first
Maria.
birthday you
So,
guys have been able to celebrate together, right? In
um,
general, for any of the kids?
for the kids, yes.
Yeah, for the kids.
Because we had my sister-in-law's birthday in
Mm,
September, and then we've got more birthdays coming up in December as well. So,
nice.
yeah,
The first kid's birthday, which is very exciting.
first kids one. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So,
sweet.
right on.
Cool. But
Okay.
anyways, what are you gonna
Well,
write down in your notebook for what you want to put on?
intentions. So my
Yes.
altar, I'm gonna put it like I'm gonna name it altar wish list
Ooh, I like it.
because exactly this is I'm manifesting my altar. There you go. That's
As
what
you
I'm
should.
doing.
I like it.
On today of all the days. Today, guys, we are recording like right before releasing. So it's 11/11. This will come
We're
out on
psycho.
11/12.
Yeah.
We're freaking psycho. But
Yeah.
it is so I'm gonna post this or
Mhm.
whatever. And maybe it'll just be like this is a high manifestation day. That's where I was going with. I'm gonna post this. I already said that. What was else I say?
What?
Like,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I'm just hanging on every word. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's nice.
No,
Okay,
I
anyway,
like
so my
that too.
altar
I
wish
think
list.
I might.
Yep,
That
go
actually
ahead.
gave me some good ideas too. I think I might get either a couple like smaller photo frames and then print off intentions or
Oh.
manifestations and then add that because I do have room on the top of my bookcase that I can throw some pretty nice intentions or make a smaller version of a vision board that I have right now finished, but I
Mm,
can adjust it and put a bunch of that and like actually create it from there.
that's awesome.
I like it. Yeah. It's fun. It's endless. Like you can do whatever
You
feels
can do
good.
all
That's like
these
the best
things.
part about creating an altar.
Exactly. Yeah. And you said like what 3D intentions? What did you say? I interrupted
You're
you.
making your altar a 3D vision board.
3D vision board trademark.
Well, it's not really. I read
TM.
it. Okay.
3D. Oh. 3D vision
Yeah.
board.
Like every time
Okay.
you look at it, you should feel like that nice calm
Mm-hmm.
feeling, or like, oh yeah, I remember
Exactly.
that. That's what I just like you would a vision board too, but not everybody has
Mm-hmm.
space for a full vision board. Like
Right?
you guys have seen our vision boards in the past, like they're quite big
They can
bulletin
get
boards.
really big,
Yeah.
but
And they
we've
can be
talked about
interchanging
that.
too.
Yeah, you could do it on the back of your screen phone too.
Yeah. Screen phone. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
That's it.
stopped and I was like, rewind and
Shit, she caught it anyway.
correct that wherever I said. Anyways,
Yeah.
cool. Love that 3D
Super
vision
good.
board. Okay, I'm gonna get my intentions
Uh-huh.
written out, and
Like
I'm
it.
gonna have them lovely in whatever my messy chicken scratch writing. I'm gonna put
Great.
it somewhere nice. Okay, fantastic.
Writing it down is number one, really.
Yes, exactly. So intentions.
Mhm.
Cool.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah.
I keep looking at mine because I'm just like, what else do I want to add to it?
I was
I
thinking
just
of
love it.
like because I like the elements, like I'm very elemental
Mhm.
in that sense. So like if
Mhm.
not like the symbols that I like of the elements
Mhm.
or like things that could represent the
Mhm.
elements. If I got a little bit of dirt, if I got a little bit of water, seawater or whatever, you know what I mean?
It could be anything.
Um
Moon water or
I've
seawater.
got and I could have fire there in in a
Well,
form
that's
and then
candles
wind.
too, right?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, yes.
Wind
Yes,
can also just be
exactly.
fresh air too, right? So like
Air,
even
exactly.
you could always take
Having a
one of your
window
little
open
spell bottle, yeah, or a spell bottle and
and
just
just
like
seal it.
spit it outside. Yeah, exactly. Just like close it.
And I could seal that shit. Spells. 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 Oh, I whistled in my breath too. Spells. Spells.
Anyways, yes.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what you're gonna create.
Yes. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna write that down here. I'm gonna go 4 elements. Okay, yeah, I was at the sea the other like last week or the ocean, I was the ocean.
Whatever
And
body
I
of water
thought
you're
about it.
around. Yeah.
Exactly. But it was so goddamn stormy that I'm like, I can't
Mhm.
even get near the water right now. It's like hazardous. Yeah,
Oh, that's too bad because it seems like that
it
would be
was
like the most.
crazy beautiful.
That's the thing, like with it being so stormy and so intense, that would almost be like the most amazing opportunity to capture that like that feeling of like the water or the sand or whatever you are drawn to. But if
Yeah.
it's dangerous, it's not worth it, obviously.
No, exactly. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then the symbols. Symbols or like photos or whatever. But for those
Mhm.
that are looking, where is it? This is what I'd like.
Oh
So
yeah,
there's a spirit, there's air, there's earth, fire, and water.
nice.
So that's kind of like my symbols for those, which I really like.
Hmm. Even
Dedicated to
printing
my
that
craft.
off and putting that in like a
Yeah,
frame.
I could just draw it too. Do you know
Exactly.
what I mean? You
Yeah,
just draw it. I'm gonna
exactly.
draw it. I feel like it would be more me if I drew it.
Hmm. Totally.
Draw it, or even use like I don't know, tablet or whatever I can
Yeah.
find.
Well, exactly.
Hmm.
You can do whatever feels right. That's
Hmm.
the best part about the altar is it can be whatever feels good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then yeah, I mean, like I have all of my crystals, but do you know in terms of like the best ones to keep at your altar?
Well, it depends, I
I
guess,
love
where if they're gonna be like,
selenite.
yeah. Just watch out for the
Mhm.
ones that can't be in sunlight for too much, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, I've got a few. I mean, that's same with like cleansing and stuff like that. I think I'll have it in like a probably a shady spot within
Great
that I
idea.
can move
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
Well,
What
even if you keep
else?
your crystals in a container so that way the kids don't get to that.
Well, yeah, I'll have to because
Yeah.
bitches
Yeah.
love my kids.
They'd be wild.
Bitches be wild and
And that's but
yeah,
we love them. So
I
don't
can't
get
have nice
crazy,
things.
guys. Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
If you have a
Like
child
what?
and
Yeah.
or a animal, forget
Yeah.
having nice
Okay.
things. Forget
Only
about it.
because I'm in like the office where like two other people use this.
Mhm,
My husband games. He's got a pair of like phones like this.
mhm,
Our nephew was over. This is like we had been here for like 2 weeks,
mhm,
2 or 3 weeks, anyways.
mhm.
And Ryan was playing his game on PS4.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
always forget which one it is. I don't care.
Yeah.
And
I
he
don't
just like,
care.
and our nephew just like grabbed them.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, okay.
Straight in the
And
middle.
I'm back to game. You
Stop.
can't have nice things. You can't
Yeah.
have, they still work. They still work, thankfully. But
Oh
like,
my God. How
yeah,
upset
those
was
are like,
Ryan? Was he
oh,
just
he
like
was
beside himself?
so mad. And like the poor little guy comes out and he's like
I'm messed up.
he was so like
Oh, poor
shocked.
little
And
man.
Ryan of course is like, I know it was an accident, but like you have to understand that like you when I say
Those are probably at
stop
least
doing
50 to
something,
$80 a pair.
exactly, like when adults
Oh
say stop
no.
doing something, because then it's and these
Just
boys
you
are
need to do that
very
again. I need a picture of that. Holy fuck, that's funny.
me gaming
Yeah.
with I don't think me going which ear goes on what, it doesn't matter, Jessica,
Yes,
you know.
exactly.
I don't know where the oh
Fantastic.
there you
It's
go.
good. We've got a lot.
Poor
We've
guy.
got a lot to post for tomorrow now.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, these boys are like very chore driven and like money
Oh, okay.
driven. So we're
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
oh, if
sad.
you do
Okay.
this, I'll put some money in your jar. And of course, Ryan's like, so are you paying for a replacement?
Oh,
And
but
they were
he's
like,
so young.
I
He's just
mean,
a baby.
I know, but you break
Just made
shit.
an error. Well,
It was a
yes.
big error.
It's
When he's been told no, it was just, I mean, obviously he's a kid, right?
yeah.
But like you'd been
You
told
forgive
no.
as much as you can. Yeah. Be
Exactly.
like,
Like
well,
no. Yeah. So
if
anyways,
he
so
puts X amount
whatever.
towards, be like, you know
Oh
what?
God.
25 bucks, we'll call it a day.
Exact. Oh, totally. Whatever.
And
And
that's
Ryan's
still a
like,
lot for kids where
mhm.
like,
Or do some free chores for
oh yeah,
like
that's a
a
good idea.
weekend. He cleans up the conservatory every weekend for us because kids
Oh, that's nice.
again are wild and
Yeah. Be like, you gotta clean up the chickens.
yeah. Sometimes it's not even dirty. Exactly. I'm like, here's a vacuum and €2. Go for it.
Yeah, totally. I
Yeah.
like it. Hey,
Yeah.
honey, no, leave it alone. Sorry.
What else?
My
I'm trying to think
okay.
here.
So
What else
now
should
that
I
you've
put at
got
my
your
altar?
intentions,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I think it's time for you just to kind of tinker.
Yeah, just kind of see what feels right. We talked about I had a grid, like a
Yeah,
cloth grid that I just wanted for like sounds crazy, but like a little carpet,
yeah.
set the scene.
Magic carpet.
So maybe a little magic carpet or like a piece of like something that it can all sit on to kind of tie it together. What is it with like women and rugs? Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, it just needs like a little area rug
It's true
to
though.
kind of bring
We're
it
all
all
just like,
together.
you know what would warm up this room?
Mm.
A rug.
You know, I have this gorge mouse pad that is the map of some, is it the world?
Mm.
America and some of Africa. And a
So is
little
that
bit,
gonna
I think,
be
I don't
is
know
that
if the
gonna be
whole world's
your
on here.
the
So this would work. Or the alternative, it's black.
bed? Yeah.
My soul,
I
the
feel
back of it.
because I went through that entire box that you gave me, Jess, and I did not
I don't
see
know.
a
I
altar
don't know. I didn't see it
rug.
anywhere, but it's okay. It's fine. We'll find it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's most likely in my house. Who knows? It's everything's
Yeah,
everywhere.
I
But
guess I know.
so
So
I
anyways,
like it. So I think that's perfect. So now Jessica's just
yeah,
gonna create it, and then she'll be able to post a picture of what hers is gonna look like, and you can adjust
yeah,
all the time. It doesn't have to be permanent. That's like the best part
totally.
about an altar. You just
Exactly.
tinker until it feels good, and it might change in a little while.
Yeah.
There's
Well, I
nothing
think
wrong with that.
like, yeah, like, and you're right. Like I could set this up tonight.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to take it down tonight because
Which is okay because you can always reset it up when you are ready to tinker
exactly.
around. Yeah, totally.
Exactly. And then yeah, like and that's just totally fine. Oh my God, I got
Mhm.
so much stuff. Even though I left so much, I still have like way too many things.
That's great. I like it.
I
Couldn't
like
even
it.
tell you how many things I have on there. It's
Yeah,
a mystery.
it's beautiful.
So once you're ready, I
Yeah.
would love to pull a card.
Oh yeah, let's do that. You want to use your new
My brand
deck?
new deck. Yes. Are you
I
going to use one of your new decks?
should use one of my
Yeah,
new decks. Why don't
totally.
I? Let me just
Yeah.
grab
So
it. You
this
go
is so I have only been
first.
gifted two decks as long as I've been a witch now. I have only been gifted two decks, one from Jennifer Draper, who we have had as a guest in the past.
Mhm.
And this one I got from one of my best friends, Kelsey. So it's one of the Hocus Pocus themed decks for
I
tarot.
love that. I think
I
it's so
know.
pretty. They don't have a lot of themed decks. And honestly, I don't know if I'd want a lot of themed ones, but like
I've never thought about
spot
having one,
on.
but I kind of really love it. I'm like,
It's beautiful.
so
It
yeah, I
makes
really like it.
sense.
It does.
It makes
It really
sense.
adds. Not
If
that
it
like
was
there's
like
a couple other ones that
Disney, it wouldn't
just
make sense.
not for
There's
me.
no, right?
Only
But
because like I love Hocus Pocus. I love the first
exactly.
movie. I love the second movie. Everything
Yeah.
about both of those stories I just am obsessed with. So and it sounds like they're coming
Yeah.
out with a third. So that's hilarious too. Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't get to
Have you
finish
seen
the
the second yet?
second
Oh, okay. At the second, you'll kind
halfway.
of understand where they're going to be going with the third.
Mhm.
I won't spoil it for you. So,
Yeah.
what does the collective need to hear this week?
I know, right? What do you
A brand new
guys
deck.
need? And you guys were always open to like if you need some card pulling, let us know.
Mhm. Yeah, pretty
Honestly, like
open.
because I like sometimes I sell them, like if you want like a 3 card spread or whatever, just because it needs like energy needs to be moved. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like it's like I'll do it in return for something, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you need something, we might just ask you to like buy coffee for somebody or whatever, right? But
That's it. Pay it forward sometimes.
pay it forward. That's all we ask. So if you ever
Okay.
need some guidance from us, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd recommend it, but you're all welcome to reach out.
You guys all know us now. You
Exactly.
edge at your own risk. So I got the Empress card. Super
Oh,
cute.
she's pretty. Empress.
Mm.
Okay, let me just see her fingers are a little like I put a spell on you.
That's
Now
right.
you're
So, and this
mine.
card was flipped. Sorry, I've got like if anyone's watching. This
Reverse.
is
So
sticky
that's
from making butter tarts, and I did not have enough time to wash up
pick
before this.
some
I was like,
stick. I did offer. I said, go wash up. And you're like,
I know.
no,
I was like, I'm here
that's
now.
fine.
Let's just do this while we have it. So
Let's just do
this
it.
was when I picked it. It was reversed. So for the Empress card in general, it's a ruler and nurturer, allowing others to prosper under her watchful eye.
Hmm.
Um,
Under his eye. Sorry, I had to say it. For all of the Handmaid's Tales people that are be like
oh, oh, okay.
under
Oh,
his
okay.
eye. Anyways, go on
I was
under
like,
her eye. Go
what?
ahead. Mhm.
So basically, they're talking about this person, Jenny Dennison. Um, as she's a caring mother, she just doesn't believe her children are being chased by the Sanderson sisters, but she still attempts to comfort Danny and searches for Max to ensure that he's safe. So,
Mhm.
like, think of her in like the first movie when they are at the dance, and she's like, "Oh, like, is your brother okay? Like, is everything okay?" But she, after all, because she's a motherly figure, she reminds us that to nurture is to love. So
Yeah.
Because I have it reversed, it's even with her best intentions. Jenny does not believe her children and fails to protect them from the Sanderson sisters. Similarly, there is an aspect of your life that you struggle to nurture and maintain. This may be due
Mm,
to insecurity or an unexpected loss of power. Reflect on it. What has led to this struggle, and how can you overcome it?
interesting.
So, yeah,
I've got a lot of that like reflection these days of like how to get past something or like something's been hidden. How do we like reveal?
I feel like around this time, like winter, it's a lot of like hibernation, like season. But hibernation to me means reflection of like going inward and reflecting. So that's the way I see it. That's what's frozen. She'll be back in a second here.
Well, that was rude.
Ugh. But
That's
the
okay.
other
That's
thing,
technology. I
that
was
was
like,
caught up. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. No, no,
Okay.
no. You go, 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 go.
The last thing that you had said was just talking about how cards are reflecting a lot on or cards that you keep pulling lately are a lot of reflection. Sorry, my dog has decided
Reflecting.
now. This
Oh
is the
yeah.
time to start squeaking on the toy. So here we are.
Yes. Reflecting and finding the true meaning behind hidden things.
Hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, it's all good.
Anyways,
That's
ruined
our
my
journey, though.
groove.
I know, but that's okay. Now let's start into your cards.
Yes, exactly. So I pulled two cards because I had a minute. Yeah. And my two decks.
Yeah.
I got my new decks.
Mm,
So this one is called the Oracle. I don't often pull Oracle, but I do. This is Oracle of the Roses.
I like it.
And I never knew there were so many roses
I
that
honestly never know.
existed. There's a
Oh,
deck of them. I don't know how many cards. I think there's 42 cards in here or something
wicked.
like that.
I
I
like
haven't
it.
counted them recently. And believe it or not, I do count my cards like regularly.
Because
So
you have two kids with grabby hands.
no, well, not even that. I like it's a way to connect with your cards as well.
I
And
suppose
then
you're
this
right.
one's
You're right.
the star, what did I say? The Star Child Tarot. This one I really like. So I bought
Mm.
they're both gift. I lied. One is a gift and one I just stumbled
I
upon.
lied.
I lied.
I
Yeah.
love
So
it.
anyways, so I pulled the Oracle of the Rose one first. So
Mhm.
this one I pulled the Fester. So I don't know if you see that, but like, oh my God, she's
That's
gorgeous,
beautiful. It really
right?
is.
So the oracle meaning is to lighten up your approach while maintaining like your enthusiasm for the situation.
Mm.
This one is so the jester lives in the moment and is entertaining, enthusiastic, and usually kind-hearted. They use humor as a means to convey their feelings and communicate while also appearing to be young at heart. So what this
Mm.
means, or the plant means happiness, playfulness, spontaneity, fun, enthusiasm. Um, where did I see? Oh yeah, there's a question. That's right. For
Okay.
your kind of your food for thought. What is the funnest thing you've ever been involved in that made you feel wonderful?
Mm.
What a question. I was like, oh, that made me feel like, wonderful. Whatever made me feel wonderful.
Something that you've been a part of that makes you feel wonderful.
Honestly, I'm
Mm.
such like a like I am like such a sucker for my like family and friends that like
Mhm.
it's like actually this takes me back. And I hope my friends who listen to this like know the moment. Like we had a whole big pack of us at like a lake last summer, so I was
Mhm.
like super pregnant.
Yes.
And we had rented some boats and went out on the lake, and like I'm at the boat, I'm sitting on the boat because you need somebody on the boat, right? And I'm like I'm super pregnant, I don't feel like going in the water.
Mhm.
So I like literally sat on the boat and like watched all of my friends, and I mean there's probably 18 of us, I don't know how many there was, but
Yeah.
they're all in the water floating about on different things, and we're just listening to music, and like my heart was so full and I
What a
felt wonderful.
perfect
I don't know,
moment.
I don't think it was anything that I did to make myself feel wonderful. I think it was
Mhm.
just like I was with my people,
Mhm.
and my family gives me that feeling as well. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong.
But
But like
it's a different family too, though.
it is a different family. It is like
Mhm.
I've grown up with these, they're not kids, we're in our
They
30s now,
were,
most of us. So
yeah.
it's like, oh, I've gone through a lot with this group of people, and like, oh, it
Mm.
was wonderful.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so
Anyway, so I
awesome.
feel like that was my last like wonderful moment. That was like my little
I love that.
snapshot. I
That's
love that. Anyways,
sweet.
do you have any moments
Mm.
that like have made you feel wonderful? Or like, what was the last when was the last time too, right? Like mine was
Oh,
last
that's
summer that I
what's
can
so
remember.
hard. That's the thing is like I try to feel pretty present in everything that I'm involved in. And
Yeah.
there's so many amazing things that I have been able to be involved in, whether that is like
Yeah.
um like the Manifest tour this year, or like just different events that I've been
Mhm.
lucky to go to. And oh gosh, it's so hard to say because when you really think about like that truly wonderful moment,
Mhm.
dang it.
Wonderful is such a different feeling as well
Yeah.
than happiness. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? I know like they're on the same wavelength, but I feel
Hmm.
like when you feel wonderful,
Yeah.
it's euphoric
Well,
almost.
that's
Do you know what I
exactly it. That's why it's
mean?
like, oh man, what is the I don't
Mhm.
even that's a good one for me to try to reflect on
Well,
and think of because I'm like,
totally.
what the heck? I don't even know.
Exactly. And that's good for the listener too. You reflect on that. You know, when we maybe it's like something that we shouldn't necessarily strive for every day, but
Hmm.
maybe make sure that you give yourself those wonderful moments or make or create
Hmm.
opportunity for
Yeah.
those wonderful moments to happen more often because they're
Hmm.
deserved,
Absolutely.
right? So,
I love
anyways,
that.
so that was what I
Hmm.
was thinking about that. I was like, oh, that's all I think about.
Yeah. I like that.
And then I did pull from my other deck here. I received the Eight of Crystals. So the Eight of Crystals is like their one of their cards. So there's, I don't know, they've got in this deck
Beautiful.
specifically, they've got wands, cups, swords, and crystals. So I got the Eight of Crystals, and it reminded me of the card that you just pulled.
Hmm.
Anyways,
Very much.
so first glance, I see this, there's she's got the eight orbs around her head, and I see like she's holding the opportunity in her hand,
Yeah.
but there's so many more yet to explore. So I
Yeah.
feel like it is about exploration and opportunities that are there and maybe making sure that we look at every opportunity. Maybe we
Hmm.
need to do some research or some education or
Hmm.
courses or whatever just to kind of see.
I
But
like it.
like I said, like I think that there's room for growth and I think like there's so many opportunities ahead of us, so
Yeah.
that's that one.
I've only
So
chosen one, but there's a million paths.
oh,
Honey.
exactly. And even that
Sorry, guys.
you'll the right path will present itself with a little bit of research, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
With it, that's it. Like it can be just like reflecting or meditating on like what are you open to? What are you not
Exactly.
seeing? What are you afraid
Mhm.
of? What are you not going to because it doesn't seem
Exactly.
easy?
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I'm just creating a mess everywhere I go.
that's okay.
There
That's
you
okay.
go. Yeah.
Sweet.
So that
Well,
was
I love
that.
it. That's so
I did
perfect.
too. Yeah, it
Sweet.
was good. Well,
Well, thanks
yeah.
for joining us for our catch up episode and also talking
Yeah.
about altars. So,
And
yeah,
everything else in between.
all the things.
All the
Sweet.
things.
Well, Jessica, where
Yeah.
can they find us?
Well, you guys can find us on YouTube,
Mm,
TikTok, and Instagram at
mm,
Basic Banter for Witches. You can
okay.
also email us, basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com. And just that, right? Just
Yeah,
those
because
two.
I Instagram and TikTok and YouTube.
YouTube. I
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah,
We
you
did
did
the
it all.
thing.
We're good. Sweet.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, you guys
Right
have a
on.
great week. Good long
Yes, enjoy
weekend for
your
everybody who
weekend.
can. Yes.
Yes, exactly. We don't have that over here. We've always,
No.
you know, we don't, but
It just
it's
is not the
okay.
same. Yeah,
It's just
it's a
not the same,
Canadian
but it's
holiday.
fine. We had
Mhm.
Halloween. Halloween was our holiday, believe that
Yes.
or not.
So stay tuned for
Yes.
that episode because we've got some pretty juicy things to go through for Halloween for Jessica.
Exactly. Yes. I
So,
know spooky season will be extended,
oh yeah,
when everybody
our
wants
whole
to.
lives are spooky season. So
I was gonna say it's all
works
good.
out good.
Okay. Well,
Sweet.
lovely.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Well, it was good to
Yeah.
see you. And we
Yes.
will talk to you all next time.
You betcha. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.